Yeah.
Yep, there it go. It did go. Ah, it's giving me like the error on everything. This thing. Oh, because I hit that save changes. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I know you never really see me this early on a Thursday, but I had to stop everything because I have a super duper special guest that I am like a fan. I'm just going to admit it. I'm a fan because he is bringing back the culture of JIT. If you are from Detroit, if you're from Chicago, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I do recall, back in my days, I could do a jit, but right now, I think I'm over the 40s. I can't do it like I used to. So, welcome, Mr. Michael Smith. He is known in the area as Jit Master. So, welcome today. This is usually our Thursday testimonial Thursdays, usually later, but today we decided to come earlier because we wanted to make sure everybody hear about this wonderful style of dancing and his journey to success.
Thanks for having me, Monique. It's just a pleasure being with you guys, and just being able to kind of share my story and what we're doing with Detroit Jet. And it's if you haven't heard of it or if you know a little bit about it, it's not a new dance, but right now it's a new resurgence of it, and with our youth and just some of the OGs in the game, and we're all kind of working together and pushing the culture and putting things together. So just gonna love to talk about it today with you guys.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for the wonderful introduction of yourself. So, what made you want to rebirth this culture?
Oh man, you know what made me want to rebirth it? Honestly, it happened by accident. I've always had a huge, like everybody, if you were, jitting back in 96, 97, 98, if you were in Detroit, you either knew about JIT or you knew somebody with that JIT or lived with somebody that JIT. It was like Detroit is JIT, period.
Fact.
And, facts. So, like, for me, it was just growing up, it was a passion that I had as a young man in Detroit, amongst other people. I stopped dancing, got into the whole work life. Like you said, I'm in my 40s too. So, you, I stopped dancing for maybe 10 plus 14 years,
Oh, wow.
yeah, around, 2003, 2004 is kind of when things started to die out with Jit in Detroit. So, we got to work in 9 to 5, getting on the grind. And for me, honestly, it was, getting back into it was, I was trying to find a way to get healthy. Yeah, I was having some issues with, some health issues, and I was trying to figure. I tried the whole doctor, as far as uh, swimming and working out at the gym, and nothing was really working for me. So, and I was getting really sick, honestly. It was kind of like I said, by accident. It was twofold because at the same time, my daughter's a dancer, so I was showing her that, I used to dance back in the day, and she didn't believe me. And I was telling her about Detroit shit, which she had never heard of. Now she takes like jazz, modern, ballet, tap, all that good stuff, all the stuff that is respected in the schools and whatnot, but never heard of Detroit shit. So I'm like, oh, I gotta tell my daughter all about this. So coinciding with the fact that I'm trying to get healthy, um, I just, showed my baby some stuff, and it kind of just blew up from there. You know, uh, we did some little small videos that went viral,
I can.
and
I probably
yeah,
watched a lot of those.
yeah, yeah. It was funny how it happened because again, like I wasn't even teaching. It was just a fact that, like, okay, it was like a good bonding experience for me and my daughter at first. So my daughter, she had to be around 8 or 9 when I started. I was just showing her a couple of videos or whatnot, but for of other people that were jitting, underground scene.
Right.
So for me, it was like, okay, well, let's do something together. Let me see what she could pick up. And she picked up like real quick. So, how did we get into the whole resurgence? Man,
Yeah.
it's a long story. I'm trying to like condense it because there's so much into it. Because I went to performing arts school, Detroit School of Arts, back in the day, Detroit for the School for the Fine and Performing Arts. And my teacher, my dance teacher, I wasn't even supposed to be in dance. I went there to be a drummer, and somehow I got kicked into ballet in the dance department. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But ended up getting a love for dance. Again, that's what kind of sparked that passion, and it helped me with my street dance I was trying to learn. So
Wow.
using that, well, my teacher is actually the person that owns the building where we kind of work out of now. So it's one of those things where I was trying to figure out, how do I stay healthy? How do I get healthy? How do I lose this weight? And um, it became, well, maybe if I commit to teaching people how to jit, I have no choice but to show up. And I would go like, maybe, man, uh, week after week, month after month, maybe 0 to like 2 students, for a good 6 months. But it wasn't, at that point, it really wasn't for me like teaching other people. It was really just me. It was doing it for my health and for myself, which ended up working well.
Wow. I mean, because I have, and I do, I know you probably like, goodness, she like everything we put on TikTok as soon as it come out. But you are like extremely light on your feet. I'm like, goodness, he is killing it. I'm gonna need an inhaler or something. But
It always been that way. It took me a while to get back into it, actually. You
wow.
know, yeah, yeah. That's why I tell people, I got a thing for helping people go from good to great because I've been through it. So for me, it was I was a great dancer when I was younger, but when I got back into it to even teach it, it was a hard struggle because now I was like, okay, I got to reteach myself how to do this again, and can my body even handle it? Nonetheless, because like I said, I was going through health issues,
Mhm.
and partly it was related to end up finding out it was partly related to my weight. I had gotten really heavy and kind of even dealing with some depression issues and all kind of stuff that dance was able to help out with,
So that
which
was
even to this day I'm able to help other people with dance and what they're going, through dance, help them with what they're going through, their struggles and personal, even during the pandemic and all the stuff going on.
yeah.
So yeah, so being light on my feet, especially for a bigger guy, people be looking like, man, you
Yeah.
know, uh, but it's a science to it,
Because I was like, goodness. I was like, he's still going. I think the video I'm referring to is, I think it was a Detroit award show and your daughter was dancing with you. I was like, they are killing. I think I watched it like 3 or 4 times on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we just man, I'm honored because we just won well, I just won. I say we because it's just like it's I feel like it's a collective, like we all did this, Detroit. But I just won a Detroit Choice Award for being, thank you, for being a one of Detroit's favorite jitters, or Detroit's favorite jitter.
Yeah.
And I actually got, that was pretty dope. So, got talking about it, got a nice little trophy for that.
Okay, it is. They did good with
There
that
we
one.
go. Uh and this big old like dunk ring here. Here, I'll take that.
Don't wear that on the street.
No, no, this boy is like I don't know if I hit somebody with this, it take him out. No,
It might.
but it's kind of cool. It's got the whole like Detroit,
I love it.
theme on it. So
That's
yeah, so I was honored to receive that. And on top of that, was honored to have my company. So I got a company called Jit Masters LLC. So yeah, I was able to perform for the venue and found out. So we got a performance crew, and even some of our crew, and then we got some students that also perform with us. And it was cool because me and my daughter, I told you, me and my daughter kind of started this like
Mm-hmm.
2014, me and her dancing together. And as kids get older and become teens, it's not the coolest part to sometimes dance with their dad because
Right.
he's a teenager now. So I'm like, I get it, no pressure. But when we did this, it was kind of cool to be able to dance with her. She was excited to dance with me on stage. So
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, that was dope. I think even I had got confused. I was like, "Did you write that song? That's one of my favorite line dances." He was like, no, that's not me." I said, "Well, anyway, y'all killed the dance." Like,
Oh yeah, that bad boy hustle. No,
yeah,
yeah, we performed with Langston. It was crazy because it was like, I've listened to that song for 20 plus years and never got to like meet the person. But in this journey with Jit, I've been able to perform, in some of the biggest venues that I would have never been in, and with some of the biggest people. Like we've been at the Fox, we've been with Tony Roberts and what was that we just did? It was we did the Palace, we did Little Caesars Arena with the Pistons.
mm-hmm.
So we've been doing quite a few different venues. That's like uh, I can't off the top of my head they're not company me, but
Well,
that's been
no,
ours to kind of spread the culture, and make it relevant to what people are doing today.
exactly.
Uh,
Admire and love it because like you said, I grew up watching it, and then I also um, probably was one of the biggest instigators between like my friends that were from Chicago with their footwork and versus the Jits. So I used to instigate on the campus, like who got the baddest, who can do it the best.
yeah, I remember those days. It's funny. It's still even to this day because like the culture has changed a little bit. Because not saying that it's still not like a battle culture, but a lot of guys that are different crews or different people that kept it going. Um, you see, it's kind of working together a lot. So even in the last couple of years, when we've had like a Detroit versus Chicago, or Jit versus House, or those different events happen, all these guys that are typically not, we don't. I ain't gonna say we would be at odds, but all these different dance crews kind of come together. They're like, all right, no, if we come together for the Detroit versus Chicago thing. But and in some cases, it been inclusive. Like we've had some of us do stuff with Chicago and showcasing like, okay, so this is, a lot of people confuse the footwork
Mm-hmm.
styles, and it allows us to be able to educate, with Chicago. Like, look, this is Detroit style, this is footwork style, and you can get an appreciation of both. So
Right.
that's been kind of the cool part, compared to back in the day where it was like, I'm just coming after your head, son. Like,
Right.
so
It goes left real fast, but it was fun. It was
it
always
was great.
fun to watch, especially telling probably where I hung out in Detroit, but on Plymouth, the skating rink. It was not uncommon to like put your skates up and go in the center of the floor,
Oh
and
no.
he's like, "Oh no,
That's the
yeah,
best time with your socks on, thinking you got something. No, go on the side.
exactly." So I am like, lost for words, but I'm extremely excited of what has come of the culture that you are recreating in your TikTok videos and things that are coming at you. I think the one that I really, really like the most is collaborating with the Philharmonic. I mean, because, for you to do that style of dancing with that background, that opens up a lot of our young people. And which brings me to our next question. Um, the sole purpose, and I know you mentioned your daughter a lot, do you actually have a host of young people that this provides an outlet for, being that we are in this pandemic and they need something to do other than get in trouble?
So, you know, that was one. I said at first for me, it was like I was trying to get back into jit for myself, and
Mhm.
it became where now where it's like I'm feeling good, I'm healthy, but it it quickly turned around and became for a lot of Detroit's youth, or Metro Detroit because it's been growing and beyond.
Mhm.
And so if I wanted to stop, they wouldn't let me. it's So I went from zero to two students to now I have full classes, and right now we have like 8 classes that I do a week. And there are various, but majority are targeted, from ages like 7 to 14. So I'm
Oh wow.
teaching kids how to jig that are younger 7. A big difference compared to what you're seeing back in the day, where you see majority of teenage to adult males, where now even a lot of young ladies. I work with majority young girls that
Wow.
actually know how to jig that are great.
I seen
And
some on your video. I was like, oh Lord.
yeah, no, they ain't playing. Like they've been really taking it serious. And so I actually just did like a test last month, but I've launched it today. So effective today, we're going to
Okay.
be, doing online classes, ongoing.
Wow. Sign me
So if you're out of state, yes, okay. But yeah, for people that's a bit, we've had over since the pandemic really hit, we had an influx of our students that were, upset that they couldn't continue taking classes,
up.
or we did Zoom classes. I offered them for free at that time just to kind of, figure out this whole Zoom world, uh, and learned a lot more because it's not easy teaching on Zoom.
No, it's
you
not
know,
at
or
all.
doing a lot of things on Zoom, but it allows us to connect it in a different way. So learn some things, and now we're offering it. We feel comfortable offering it as one of our services to anybody that wants to do it. Even people you may be out of state. It's like, hey, I want to know how to do the Detroit Jet. Well,
Mhm.
this is your way to get into it. So and that's on being all the information is on our website at jitmasters.com. So if you want, like, people want to register, they have the option to do in person and do those join us while we're in class. So
I was trying to put the link in the chat, and then I was like, so what'll probably happen if you are watching this on the replay? I would definitely have all the links every way you can get in contact. I'm excited because now I know that I can take an online class. I mean, and I'm all for the weight thing too, so I understand. I have been on my own weight journey. This will definitely probably impact it because that's a lot of energy. Like,
it, it is. For the people that like don't know JIT and then maybe listen to us, like, JIT is a very very fast footwork based dance, and then, like, your heart rate is gonna be like this, like real quick.
definitely.
What we do is it's but it's man, it gets no more Detroit than that, than JIT.
Period. And I think that was like the when I had moved to Detroit. Went back and forth because I have a ton of relatives there and spent some time there living there myself. But every time I go, I like when I hear the house music, I'm like, I'm at home. I'm at home. Because they don't really play it everywhere, and some people don't understand. Don't
Yeah,
understand.
right. What I do like though right now is a lot of and you're gonna see more of this. I can't really speak on it too much because it's a lot coming down the pipeline. Because I think the industry is starting to recognize JIT more,
Oh wow.
and so this resurgence in like I said, I kind of help pioneer. It wasn't me alone. It's a collective of just different young minds, including
Wow.
myself. I consider mine a young mind. But where this media world of entertainment is starting to mesh with Detroit Jet. So just recently, you heard that Chuck 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 Chuck
I heard
Chuck.
that Legends commercial.
Right. So Trick Trick, the legendary Trick Trick, featured my business and some others, in their rap video, and they redid that Chuck Chuck, in their music.
Wow.
If you look at the show BMF, that's on Stars by 50 Cent,
Hmm.
you would see one of the cats that performs with us, L1, his name Lamar, and another cat from another JIT group, Anonymous, Anton, and they're both in that show doing Detroit JIT on Stars right now. So go check it out.
You have
Uh,
to go watch the replay because I watched that. Some of the stuff I'm like, oh, I remember that, and then others I'm like, I'm not incriminating myself to say if I was.
you and me both. You and me both. I didn't already did it though. I didn't already told my daughter some stuff, and I'm like, she's old enough now. Oops. But yeah, you're gonna definitely see stuff like that.
Mhm.
A lot more stuff like that, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Coming,
Wow.
where we're the entertainment world, so it's gonna be messing a little bit more with Detroit Jet. So
That is amazing. I love the story. I love the mission that you're driving. You're actually helping keep young people safe. And, here at my nonprofit, that's our whole mission is to get them into college and get them doing something positive. So when I see people doing that in the community, I will blast it out to everybody. Like, look, we need to support this company. We need to,
mhm.
if we have a program, see if we can get them out there. That exposure is really, really important. So you said you start as young as 7. Is there an age limit? Like, do you cut it off at like 80 or what?
I say 7. I cut it off at 70. No, I got so I mean, really, we do. I got them starting at 7, all
Hmm.
the way up until I got grandmas in here getting down. So she like,
No, I have no excuse if you just said you got.
no, I got grannies coming in here and doing, and not just like, oh, I'm gonna do a little couple of 2 steps, and it's not like one or two.
Wow.
Like they remember Jit back in the day. Some of them were like, some of them used to dance. They want to keep dancing, right? They want to stay mobile. Then you got some that like, I just always wanted to learn. So it's my bucket list. Nobody was willing to teach me, and now they have an outlet here where we can teach them.
Wow.
So it's even helping them. It's helping them with with just being able to stay mobile. Making them feel good. All the way from the kids that we're helping with, even with counseling and mentoring, because like their confidence gets bigger.
Hmm. Hmm.
With doing this, it's not just taking dance class. You
That's
know, funny story. Just the other day, this was like 2 or 3 days ago, my daughter comes to me, and she's like, she went to school, and she wanted to tell me about her day. And one of her friends in school, they were having, well, overall, they were having a discussion about dance styles. And she goes to an art school, that's focused on arts. So, they were talking about different dance styles. This is a new school for her, so she's just getting there. And one of the friends mentioned that his favorite dance was Detroit Jet. Now, these are young people. I didn't, sometimes it's like, even though how this resurgence is happening, but hearing stories that's outside of my realm, or people that we actually touch, it's exciting to hear. So, when he says that, my daughter is like, hold up. She was like Detroit Jet. She was like, my father does Detroit Jet. So they go and look up videos to share with the class. And then of course they see like the Detroit Choice Awards, performance, and the kids just went crazy. And it was just one of those things where they're like, "Man, you're so cool, your dad's, you're a celebrity or whatever." And just that it was cool for my daughter
uh-oh.
and that she's like that she has. Because normally as a parent, I'm embarrassing her. We go into the school, I'm like, all right, how can I figure out how to embarrass my kids today?
Don't do
Like,
that, but you probably
let me
didn't.
show up with some pajamas and no, let me stop.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But no, but just hearing, is for my family, it's been good. Even though I haven't pressured my kids into it, I can see like my youngest baby, she's looking at what these kids are doing with it, and she's like, "No, I want to get down now." So
Wow.
yeah, so it's
So
been good.
everybody in your family like know how to do this.
So believe it or not, so in my household, my wife, sometimes she takes classes here and there. And
Hmm.
then I have 2 daughters, so Haley and Jasmine. And the one that you saw mostly is my oldest baby. So
Okay.
my youngest was kind of just, just watching. She would take, she would kind of like, she's there everywhere we go anyway. So
Oh,
she was learning a little bit, but I can tell just because of the excitement that everybody in everywhere we go is having about Detroit Jet. It's
Mhm.
doing something to her. Like she's like, oh, I gotta learn this. I gotta learn this. So she's
Yeah.
it's starting to suck her in like a lot. So she's been getting pretty good. So you'll be seeing some videos of her real soon. I just don't,
Awesome.
that whole thing putting people on social media can kind of be a lot of pressure. So I don't put all the kids, even a lot of our students. We have some real good students, but um, I don't like to put everybody on social media. Everybody don't want to be on camera, right?
That's
So
true. I learned a lot of that with some of my college kids that I mentored to, and then some of them I do put them in the newsletter. Like if they get scholarship, they know it's no
oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate you.
all bets off. Or even when they get their acceptance letters, I'm like, I'm putting your picture, I'm putting everything. So I get that, but it really is good that you actually celebrate them. But I'm looking for your youngest one. She probably gonna be the one to blow you out the water. Where her skin
You know what? She on her way. She on her way.
be the one to blow you out the water. I don't know. It was one of your videos you posted on TikTok, and it was like some young girls. They had to be either in junior high or elementary, and I was like, "Oh my God! So these girls are killing it."
They're fire. It's no telling which one, because it's a lot of kids. Believe it or not, that are doing it now.
Wow.
It went from none of the kids even knowing what it is
Mm-hmm.
to I see kids that are entrepreneurs that in their own sectors, like they may do like different dances, or some of them are like they like clowns and they like perform in different schools and whatnot,
Oh wow.
and they're all using like Detroit Jit as kind of like another ace up their sleeve in their dance performances,
Wow.
and not just the dance itself, but different sectors of art, different I mentioned earlier that we got different people catering their music to us. So
Wow.
to the youth, so we listened to Chuck back in the day, but now it's
Yes.
a lot of DJs that are recognizing that the youth is starting to get back into JIT. So they're making music that is, directly correlated with JIT.
Wow.
So like shout out to June Flow. He's doing some. He got an album coming out called Long Live Jit 3. He's on the third one. So,
Oh wow. I'm
um,
gonna have to look that up because some
yeah,
when I get homesick, I promise you that's all I do is listen to that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I got my fix for the day. So wow. So what it oh goodness, our time then went by so fast.
oh
Because
yeah, I know, right? I'm over here. Yeah, I'm like, man, it's I'm like multitasking, so I'm like, let me get this in, and then like as soon as I get off, I gotta make because we do apparel as well, so I got like people that get that buy JIT clothes. So so I got to get these orders out today. So,
oh, I
but
understand. What's the name of the apparel line, just in case our listening?
so it's so everything that I'm doing is Gym Masters.
Okay.
So if you go on gymmasters.com, you will see where not only where you have the option to like do those online classes, but we have you can see some of like the events we've been to, what we've done. You can see some of
Yes.
our apparel. You can shop there as well. Upcoming events, and then we even got people that like they like what we're doing in the community, what we're doing. I'm always looking for ways to showcase this. So sometimes we'll do like these high, these videos, and I'm not asking the kids to come up with any funds for typically for their apparel or for the video or for the budget or any of that nature. Usually that's something that you guys are helping us take care of.
Mhm.
So you got a chance to even donate. We use those funds to be able to showcase JIT, buy the kids some clothes, and whether it be food, if we're going to like performances or all kinds of stuff. So we do appreciate that support on the website as well.
Wow. So please, please, please support this mission, especially fam, if you are listening or watching on the YouTube replay, like, share, comment. Check out their style on TikTok. I'm telling you, it is unbelievable. But most adults will sit there and watch TikTok till we almost are asleep.
Yeah.
I do. I'm sorry. I'll just own that for myself. But I truly, truly appreciate you taking time. And I know you're busy. Like I was like, I'm gonna rearrange my schedule. Whenever you can come on, we gonna make it work. So
Yeah, I'm literally like making clothes like right next to you, like right now. I'm making clothes.
I
like like as
love
soon as I get off, I'm like, all right, get that done, and I'm going to the studio. I'm doing a jit for a wedding. I got I got a people, some
that's
people
dope.
doing yeah, they're gonna be the brides getting together. Brought the bride and bridesmaid. They're gonna do a little set that I'm creating at the wedding reception,
I
and
hope that you share. That is gonna be dope.
yeah, I'm hopefully they record it so I can post that because it's all jit. It's all jit. People, like I said, it's a movement, all kind of different fashions and ways. So it's,
Wow.
for me, it's been, um, it's a young man from Detroit had a dream about this years ago when I was younger, and it's just kind of cool that I'm able to take a thought that I had when I was younger to fruition and seeing it kind of develop and become what it is today. I had no idea it was gonna come out the way it was. Had no roadmap. Had nobody to show me how to do what I'm doing. So you know, um, just feeling blessed that everybody's in Detroit has been you know I say all over the world, but people have been it's been a lot of support you know all over the place. So just appreciative with this whole movement.
Well, I am extremely a fan, as I mentioned numerous times. I will probably check out your clothing line, and I will support from afar. I do have a couple of homies here that's from Detroit, and we always laugh and talk about stories of living there. So I will definitely point them to your direction. One, I don't think no, he graduated from Mumford, and the other one I think graduated from, I think he graduate from Mumford too? Not sure, but both of them we always laugh about Better Made and Coney Island. And
Yeah, better make Coney Island gotta have your gotta have your Fago. Come get your Vernus. I honestly, I'm in a work, so I'm gonna have some of these guys. We're gonna make them do some work with us, get some sponsorships
they should,
because
as they should.
that's what we're working on now. Because anything that we can do to keep pushing this to add more fuel to this fire, you
Mhm.
know, that's what we're about.
Well, that's a good thing. So, yes, like I said, time has flown like really fast, but it flies when you have a good conversation and a wonderful guest. So, before we wrap it up and get out of here, what is the one thing that you would like to tell my young people as they're trying to embark on different success in their life?
Never give up. Your best things are gonna come out of your failures. So never give up. Just keep pushing on. Fail, keep failing, and as you fail, find ways to go around and build and be better. And that's gonna get you to when you get to where you're trying to be. All those those times when things didn't work out. That's the muscle that's gonna help you be able to push on and stay afloat. So press on. Don't forget to follow Jit Masters, of course. Like I said, you can follow us at jitmasters.com. Also, as you mentioned, TikTok, but also Instagram, Facebook. If you want to know more about what we're doing, definitely can follow what we're doing there.
Awesome, awesome. Again, thank you for coming, giving me your time. Anything you need from us at A Better Chance for You Futures Incorporated or myself, let us know. We in this together. I support the movement. Now, you did say online dance classes.
Online, come
I have
on. You can turn your camera off. I don't even gotta see you. Like people, most people. I love to see your faces, But if not, you can turn your camera off. Just join us. Yeah.
that's deal. I'm gonna have my camera off, but you gonna know I'm there. So thank you so
Hey,
much, Mr. Michael Smith, for giving us
thank you, money.
your time. I have enjoyed it. If you need us to post any flyers, anything, just email me. I will share it in our newsletter. Just like this one for the replayers. Some people aren't always on the social media sites, so my newsletter gets emailed out, so they'll see this too. And we do have about 20 students that are in that Detroit metropolitan area. So,
Word. That's what's up.
all right. Thanks, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Let's talk about it. Actually, Testimonial Thursdays. I'm here with Mr. Michael Smith, known as JIT Masters LLC. Follow him on all social media sites. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. I love the work that they're doing. I love the mission. And he has some up and rising stars because his kids can cry. They might need to have like a house dance battle and put it on somewhere. I think his kids can hang with him.
It's coming. It's coming.
All right, guys. See you on Sunday when we're back with Let's Talk. Actually, you will see me later on the day. We have HBCU house party tonight. So thank you again, Mr. Smith. We will support in any way we can.
Much love. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.